Well, as we've been reporting today, Gaza's borders with Israel are, of course, closed amid the bombardments, and the enclave's only border with Egypt is also shut for Palestinians. The Egyptian government is reported to be concerned that the Israeli assault will create something of a Palestinian exodus towards Egypt. Well, let's talk about that now with our correspondent who's in the Egyptian city of Alexandria. Edouard Cousin joins us on the programme. Edouard, what's the situation today at that border at Rafah?
As far as we know, the border is still closed. Following the airstrikes of Israel yesterday at the border, the border was closed, and that's still the case now. And there were indeed reports that Egypt fears a mass exodus of Palestinians. So to explain a bit more, Egypt is indeed wary that, like, if the borders would be fully open and there would be a lot of Palestinian refugees crossing from Gaza into Egypt, that could have a destabilizing effect. These Palestinians, the border is between Gaza and Sinai, the Sinai Peninsula, and it is already a restless and underdeveloped area. So there would be issues with, like, how to get shelter for all these people coming in. Plus, there's issues with an IS-affiliated group, a militant group in North Sinai that has been active there for the past years and still sometimes stages attacks. So that's also a situation that is happening in the area where these Palestinians then would end up in. So you saw yesterday that President Sisi of Egypt gave a speech in which he said, in which he warned for the destabilizing effect of this fighting on the region. He said there could be a spillover effect that creates that harms stability and security also in Egypt. And he said that national security of Egypt is his top responsibility, that he would not compromise on. And he seemed to refer here to any potential disabling effect of a mass exodus, as you said, of Palestinians into Egypt.
And at the same time, Edouard, there's talk of a possible humanitarian corridor to bring in urgently needed supplies to the Gaza Strip. What can you tell us about those plans?
Yeah, well, Egypt's foreign minister, Sameh Shoukry, had a meeting with UN officials today in which they discussed indeed bringing humanitarian aid into Gaza. We talk about fuel, food, medical supplies. So Egypt is willing to do that and is in talks to get there. And in previous fightings, it's also a role that Egypt played of giving aid relief to Gaza. But the border was shut because of Israeli shelling yesterday. So it seems it depends on if Israel will allow this aid getting into Gaza, whether or not that would be possible.